Hey everyone, welcome to Season 3, Episode 6 of the JAWA podcast. Today it's going to be me, Pepsi, joined by Diab and Starkiller. So, Starkiller, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about all different sorts of comedy shows, comedy movies, famous comedians we like, and what types of comedy we like. Pepsi, I know you like to do more of the pun comedy, am I correct?
I'm trying to think of a good pun right now, but my brain's not working so great.
Just keep it going. He'll throw one out at us.
Yeah, just,
keep it rolling.
Keep it natural.
Okay. Well, let's start with comedy shows and movies that we all enjoy and like. One show that comes to mind is Whose Line Is It Anyway? Which, I know it started in the United Kingdom, but it moved to America under the host of Drew Carey and a whole bunch of crazy people that go up there and do improv for imaginary points. It'd be fun.
Oh yeah, it's a great show.
You know, the show of everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Famous duo from Whose Line Is It Anyway, which I think is the most comedic duo ever in history, is Colin and Ryan Stiles.
Yeah.
Those two together, so they actually started on the UK show together. I think it was the third season in on the United Kingdom side of it, and they did their first ever duo event together. And it was okay, but they progressed and got better during the American side of it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really liked the show, and I liked, the special guests that they would have. Like, I remember when Stephen Colbert was on there, and that was pretty funny. But,
yeah, Stephen Colbert, and let's not forget Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Late Robin Williams, I should say now. Who, we remember deeply in our hearts.
Yeah, that guy was he was the comedian of everyone's childhood for a lot of people, at least my age. He was like the genie, he was Mrs. Doubtfire. And
I've never seen Mrs. Doubtfire, but I've seen Aladdin.
That was like the first movie I ever saw Robin Williams was Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello.
I know my brother loved that.
And then after that, of course, was Aladdin as him as the genie.
Yeah.
He also watched. Oh, sorry, Pepsi.
He did a lot of other good stuff too. People always remember his serious roles as well, like in Good Will Hunting. One movie I saw that doesn't get as much attention is What Dreams May Come, and it's pretty powerful because it also deals with death and stuff like that. And wait, this is supposed to be a comedy episode, isn't it?
Wow, we're going into some serious stuff here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it really sucks that Robin Williams.
A lot of comedians, they do a lot of comedy movies, comedy roles, but then there's once in a while they do like these serious roles, and it's really good.
Oh, like Jim Carrey. Same thing with him, like with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And The Truman Show was still a little bit funny, but it was pretty serious, too. Really good stuff.
Yeah. All I can say is Robin Williams will be remembered by me because he was a huge video game fan.
That was actually something I never knew about.
Yeah.
Zelda, World of Warcraft. I think League of Legends was another one.
I heard that Blizzard got 3 NPCs that are a tribute to him in WoW right now.
Yeah. And now, Nintendo possibly in the new upcoming game might make him as an NPC. A lot of people want him to be the King of Hyrule.
That'd be pretty cool. He is Zelda's father. He actually would have named his daughter Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda, I am your father.
Up until now, I've never seen the commercial that he did with his daughter for the 3DS Ocarina of Time. I've never seen it up until it obviously showed up because it's getting viewed a lot more since he died.
I think a lot of his stuff is getting viewed now that he's gone.
Yeah.
Even like Netflix, all their categories like comedy, family movies, all are Robin Williams movies first now.
Yeah. I think it was towards the end of the week, I was channel surfing and I saw on the Hallmark channel Mrs. Doubtfire was on over and over and over.
And you didn't watch it.
No, I didn't.
Not once. You did not watch it once. All those times.
And Disney had Aladdin on at the time. My dad and my niece were watching it. At the end, they added on In Memory of Robin Williams.
Yeah. Happy stuff, right?
Yeah, this isn't comedy anymore. This is serious.
But yeah, I think out of the Aladdin movies, my favorite part with him in it was probably the King of Thieves movies when he was being the host to all those like famous people walking down the red carpet and everything.
I'm Thor. You're Thor?
Who's in the crowd? It's Moses. Or that moment when the thieves are getting caught by Genie. He's all these SWAT people. He's like, nobody move or we'll be forced to shoot ourselves.
I didn't know that they had guns in Agrabah.
Well, Genie apparently did.
Yeah. Shifting from how about TV shows, we already ran into movies with Robin Williams, but how about other comedy movies that we all love? There's one movie that stands out a lot, and that's just based off of a group of comedians, the Blue Collar movie.
Oh yeah, I remember
with
that.
Bill Engvall, Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff Foxworthy, and I think the fourth one was Ron White in there.
Yes.
There's four
Also
of them,
known as Tater Salad.
He can't fix stupid either.
And he calls his son Tater Tot.
I remember that.
Bill Engvall, I like the stand-up he does that's called "This Is Your Sign."
No. It's Here's Your Sign.
Oh yeah, here's your sign.
It's probably his most famous stand-up one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Jeff Foxworthy with his redneck jokes.
Yeah.
But out of those four, Bill Engvall has always been my favorite one.
Yeah, or all of them.
My favorite stand-up of him was something degrees off cool. I forget the exact number. It's like 50.
I think 180, isn't it?
Let me look that up right now. Live looking it up.
Oh wow.
Wow.
15 degrees off cool.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how he built it up to the point at the end he talked about the Thunderbirds, and then he just went crazy on it. I never laughed so hard at one of his stand-ups before.
Oh yeah.
In that moment.
He was talking about when he was up there, wasn't he?
Yeah. His reactions were just... I was dying.
Oh, that's the one where he was with the professional pilots, like...
Yeah, the professional, like the Thunderbirds. Like
air
those,
stunts.
Yeah, they do those
And
air shows.
Of
course I know that. Of course I know that. I'm just thinking about the people overseas, you know.
Naming the Cable Guy in the movie, that was interesting. The scene I can only remember from watching that movie is when he's in the bathroom and he's taking a huge one.
That is some high quality humor.
Yeah, naming the Cable Guy as naming the inspector, I remember. All I know is he was a health inspector on the movie.
I think it was called Larry the Cable Guy, Health Inspector.
Yeah.
I've never watched it, but I've seen it on TV.
He's also in the Tooth Fairy too. He took the place of The Rock.
That's an interesting change.
Larry the Cable Guy, Tooth Fairy. I'm trying to put both of them together. I can't see it.
More of a mature comedy film that I've that I loved was Tropic Thunder. You guys ever hear that movie?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
That was amazing.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean?
But we're a unit. Suck my unit.
It's funny how someone like Robert Downey Jr. played that part. You couldn't even tell that was him the entire movie.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell. I thought it was not to be Can we be explicit here?
Sure.
I'm just gonna say it, not to be racist, but I thought that was a totally black person. I didn't know that was Robert Downey Jr.
I guess that just shows how good of an actor he truly is.
Yeah.
Truly.
I mean,
treasure.
going off the subject of, comedy. I guess it is sort of comedy, how the way he plays Iron Man. It kind of fits, Tony Stark completely, the character.
Yeah. Millionaire playboy.
So arrogant, full of himself. I don't know. Those type of things, those type of qualities he brings in. I like it, actually.
Yeah, no, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I liked him in the Sherlock Holmes movies as well.
Never seen those, actually.
Oh, they're pretty good.
Jack Black is another comedian. I mean, he does...
He is.
Yeah, School of Rock, Kung Fu Panda, that's more of a cartoon, not comedy, but
it does have comedy moments in it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skadoosh, that's his most famous line.
Skadoosh!
I wonder if he came up with that on the spot, or if that was actually written in the script.
That sounds like something he would say.
Yeah, it sounds like something he'd come up with.
I mean, you hear about, in scripts, that the actors actually bring something else to the table, they actually add their own things in it, and it works. So, yeah, it's probably one of the things he put in himself. But we never know.
Yeah.
And I don't know for sure, but going to more like a Scottish England point of comedy, I don't know if he's really a comedian, but Ewan McGregor does some funny movies. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I've actually, the only movie I've ever really watched him in is Star Wars.
I watched him in, a movie I didn't want to see. I just found it on Netflix. I decided, let's watch this, and I regretted watching it.
What was it?
I don't remember, but it had Jim Carrey and him in it. They were gay lovers, I'm pretty sure.
Fabulous.
Or he was in it. He wasn't a gay lover. He was just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was in that movie though.
Ah, that's disappointing. Oh well.
There's another one. There's another one where he narrates himself being addicted to drugs, like heroin.
Oh, is that Trainspotters? Or am I thinking something else?
I just saw it on...
We are talking about movies we do not know the titles to.
This is going to be very...
Welcome to episode 5, everyone. Episode 6.
This is 6.
Yeah, sorry, I'm losing track myself.
Episode 6, the episode about nothing.
The episode of off-topicness. Well, actually, it is off-topicness.
The episode where we lose the plot.
Where's the plot?
Whose line is it anyway? Imaginary points. Diabs are warning us.
Yep. Starkiller get 1,000 points, even though it won't... I just forgot.
They won't matter.
Yeah, they won't matter. And Pepsi, here's 1,000,000 points.
Thank you. I'll do anything for points, Diab.
Feel free to spend at our points store, but they close in 1 minute.
I'm sorry I'm going back to whose line here, but one scene that I absolutely love from it that made me laugh so hard is they're doing I don't remember what it's called, but it's the event where this one person has to guess what the other 3 are acting out, like in a specific event. So
that's a house party thing.
In the house party, and Ryan Stiles was Carol Channing, and her head kept getting stuck to things like it was Velcro.
No, I remember that one.
Yeah, so I don't remember where he stuck to first, but then he stuck himself to the ground and he tossed himself like at Drew Carey's desk, and he knocked the light out. He knocked the tubing out on it.
He he actually checked, I think, if he cut his head or something.
Yeah, he kept scratching it, and then Drew Carey was checking to see if it was bleeding and was picking glass out of his hand. The funniest part was when he said, "You can stop picking glass out of my hair."
Oh yeah, the game name, by the way, is Party Quirks.
Party Quirks. Irish Drinking Song, another one where he did.
That
really
is my
funny
favorite game of all.
The topic was calling out the wrong name in bed, and when it got to him for the first time, he just, I don't know what happened. He must have like fired up a line because he just did like. He just was like, no, and everyone
Don't worry, Colin killed it after too. He added on with a meow. It just fell apart right there.
Yeah. Oh, there's also that one scene where he was like the on the scene reporter, and his goal is to guess what's on the green screen behind him, and he was reacting in horror to himself, but he didn't know it. Like, just clips of Colin.
Yeah. Another Colin clip is, it was during one of those ones where they're doing an infomercial for one of those, and they name songs. Oh, and then a person has to act out the song. There's a bird that Colin had to guess. He's like, I don't know, Ryan, a tern? An Arctic tern? And Ryan's like, what song does the Arctic tern make, Colin? Frosty Points?
Yeah, I remember that. Colin Mockery is the only person that can make Ryan Stiles lose his composure.
Yeah.
Especially when he asks Colin, what comes to mind when I like something like Ricky something in the Cuban cigars, and he said tapioca.
Oh yeah.
When it was supposed to be Cuba.
Tapioca. Yeah.
I should probably put these links to these videos into the description for this one, so people actually can see what we're talking about.
Too much work. They can find it.
The Who's Line ones is easy to find. There's a person who uploads a bunch of them.
Exactly. Yeah. Let everyone else find them.
And so all three of us here agree out of this comedy podcast episode that the best duo that we can think of is Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery.
Well, hey, I don't like to make such strong statements, so I'm,
Well, when you think of Drew Carey, because Drew Carey runs all this, and in their defense on the show, the four people that do this for him, he really doesn't do a job. He just sits there and rings a buzzer.
Well,
and gets the laugh.
He's actually the host, but even though he's the host, the producers are the ones that run the show.
Yeah, that's true. He also takes part in some events, like that Irish drinking song, the one they were talking about. Yeah. With the meow and stuff.
Even though Drew's not very good at comedy himself, like he can't actually improv that well. The fair joke of people making fun of him is comedy gold. and he loves it when he gets made fun of as well.
Yeah.
I think there was a scene from the hat and causes to raise money for, and Ryan sounds like, can Drew carry a third show? Can Drew carry a third show? Another thing they like to make fun of on that show is Hoedown. They love Hoedown. I'm pretty sure they love Hoedown. At least I love the Hoedown, but they always make fun of it.
Yeah.
Ryan Stiles hates that game with a passion.
Yeah, his face sometimes, like he can look, like when he does stuff, he can look like serious or funny at times, but as soon as he stops, he just puts on a serious face and walks off.
Yeah, it's that stone face.
Yeah.
What about you, Diab? What are some funny shows that you like?
Well, I don't watch a whole lot of shows nowadays. I basically spend most of my time watching like a lot of YouTube.
Yeah, that's how I tend to kind of absorb my comedy as well. I tend to find
though when I do watch a lot of like comedy shows, they're usually like the late night shows,
Yeah, me too. I tend to like some of the clips from like the Late Late Show. Craig Ferguson. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty funny one.
I usually watch I watch Letterman and Ferguson.
Letterman retired now.
Both of them are leaving.
Yeah. Both of them are leaving. Colbert's taken over for Letterman, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he is.
My brother said, you know, the what if Jon Stewart came over as well and took Craig's spot?
That'd be pretty funny.
This is going off topic, but I'm just sharing something cool out of my experience. I got to take a photo in front of the David Letterman studio when I was in New York.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was in the Stephen Colbert studio. I mean, they have a group photo. It was just a few of us, but it was interesting. They were actually doing a live.
Too bad you didn't get to see a show, Starkiller.
They were doing a live show in the Stephen Colbert studio when we were there, because there was like two guys out there saying like stand away from the doors because one of his guests
What did you drop?
I just tossed the notebook off my desk.
Starkiller mad.
Starkiller crush.
We're having a little comedy thing here.
It's okay, Starkiller. You know, I know you wanted to be in that show, but you know, you have to take your rage out on your stuff.
I'm sorry.
Even notebooks have feelings.
Yeah, come on.
Jimmy Fallon's a good one too for comedy.
Oh, did you see the video of him? Wait, that was on the forums, wasn't it? Of him playing GoldenEye.
Yeah, I posted that playing GoldenEye with the man himself, Pierce Brosnan. And it was like what was it? A minute in, and not even a minute in, he just dies. Pierce Brosnan just dies. He's karate chopping a guy with a gun.
How do you expect a guy who's never really played a video game in his life to beat someone like Fallon who's played games before?
But come on, yeah.
Voices for it.
He's James Bond.
Yeah. But he's the November Man now, actually.
Okay.
I say it's a wannabe James Bond.
Yeah.
He's just mad on how successful that Daniel Craig's done with after his movies, I think.
I actually hated it. I actually hated when he stopped being Bond. Like I liked Pierce Brosnan as Bond.
It was the same thing that always gets a lot of movies with recurring actors: contract negotiations.
Well, that and I mean, when you're talking about a show or a movie series that old, you know, the actors are going to have to change eventually if you want to keep making new movies.
I mean, Craig does a good job, actually. There's one, because we're doing a comedy show here, obviously, there was one scene from Casino Royale that was funny. That was the torture scene.
Oh, that wasn't funny, that was torturous.
Oh.
I mean, it was torturous, but he says one funny line in there. Come on.
Wait, which line was that? Like, the one about the itch?
And the itch. Itch was funny. That got me. I think out of every torture scene in that series, that is the best one ever.
Yeah.
Torture's nothing to laugh about.
Yeah, it's nothing to laugh about, but he made it laughable doing it.
Yeah.
I've watched Casino Royale, but I forget that line.
I have a little itch. Do you want to scratch it? And then he just starts laughing. And he just keeps getting whipped.
Oh, that's right. He got whipped.
And then remember he says, now the whole world's going to know that you died scratching my balls.
Wow.
Yeah. You're going to have to add a disclaimer to this episode.
Well, at this point, we're going way off topic, though, as well, so we may as well just talk about movies in general as well at this point. Oh, yeah, not to mention, we are getting close to half an hour, but,
We've got hours.
Well, the Skype time is 44 minutes, almost 45, so...
Who cares?
I think 15 of it was not recorded, so...
Yeah, don't worry. Nobody would know what we talked about before this all went on.
Yeah.
Completely running around in circles, wondering, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Well, this is one of those episodes. It's our day off.
It is a day off. I demanded that we had a day off. Papa Nightwing was nice enough to give us a day off.
Brandon's going to be upset he wasn't here for this one.
He probably would have died of laughter first.
Exactly.
Are we going to see Starkiller die of laughter in this episode?
We can
Not
try.
necessarily funny. Oh, yeah. You know, if we're doing, I keep bringing this back up, if we're doing comedy stuff, Cartoon Network's a good spot to get comedy cartoons.
Maybe 10 years ago.
The adult show, Adventure Time is another one, I guess. There's a whole bunch of other shows that's about, like, Robot Chicken. That's on Adult Swim. That's during the late night Cartoon Network.
Did either of you ever watch Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law?
Yes, I liked that show.
Oh, how about Bob's Burgers?
No.
Family Guy. Another
Family
one,
Guy
Simpsons.
used to be funny.
Simpsons. How about?
Yeah.
I think Simpsons got old, like on the 23rd or 24th season of it.
I've never watched it, but I just keep hearing how people say it's just so, like, stale nowadays.
Yeah,
Well,
I remember.
The thing they're doing to get it back up is, they've already done this, but they did a Family Guy Simpsons crossover.
I heard about that, and I remember my brother telling me about that, and I told him, that's not going to help neither side. You can't put two stale... It's like putting two stale pieces of bread together and hope it becomes fresh again.
But one show that's still going strong on Comedy Central is South Park.
I've watched only a few episodes of South Park.
It's pretty funny.
I watch only a few too.
To me,
I know they...
I consider it a very extreme comedy series.
And they're extreme. They had a new video game get released recently, The Stick of Truth.
Yeah. I heard that got somewhat censored in some places.
I'm sure it did. It's like the show itself. That's how they design it. They design it like the show itself.
Yeah.
Almost.
Highly offensive and very entertaining.
Highly offensive. You can walk around the entire town, and everything is in the right spot from the show, too, actually.
Yeah, from what I understand, they really captured the feeling of the show in that game, like, perfectly.
Well, that's what happens when you have the actual producers of the show make the game itself, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Just with the help of, obviously, a video game company, but they basically did all the material and all that.
Yeah.
The game company just did the animation.
Because he probably didn't trust the game studio itself to do it for them. They wanted to have creative control on, everything. They just wanted them to make it for them. Yeah,
that's probably the smart thing to do.
That's how a lot of those TV show video games should work.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, this is going off topic to just a TV show, but The Legend of Korra, which is the TV show that comes after the Avatar The Last Airbender, they're doing a video game now, and people are complaining about the graphics, and Platinum Studios is doing it, but the way they're designing the graphics is to make you feel like it's the show. So yeah, it's going to be more cartoon and bolded, like the graphics are sucky, but it's supposed to be more like the TV show, is why.
Well, those games that people say have sucky graphics or whatever, it's the art style that holds up, and over time, it doesn't age as poorly as, like, a Call of Duty game would.
Yeah, Call of Duty is just the same thing over and over, in my opinion.
Let's not start this debate.
Okay.
I mean, I hate it too, but this can just go on forever. Okay. How much we hate it.
I'm just gonna say this: the single player campaign, they can change it all they want, but the multiplayer is always gonna stay the same.
Do you know, there's this one game that I really like, and I think it's aged pretty well. I don't know if you guys would like it. It's called Jedi Academy. Have you guys heard of it?
I know. I've heard of it. I know. It's a game that was released about 11 years ago, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It holds up surprisingly well in terms of the gameplay.
Hey, talking about Jedi Academy, aren't we a part of a clan that's in Jedi Academy?
In Jedi Academy, yeah.
No, that'd just be absurd.
I think that is absurd. I mean, what am I saying?
You're saying crazy stuff.
I must be losing my mind here.
Come on, everyone knows that it's a World of Warcraft guild we're in.
Oh, God.
Well, this is an episode about nothing, so...
Well, we know, Starkiller keeps saying, started going off topic. This entire episode's about being off topic.
Yeah.
At this point, Who cares about where I wrote down to have this notepad to distribute to us? Doesn't matter.
This train has left the rails.
We're heading towards a cliff, and we're probably gonna fall off of it soon.
This is like our very first trial episode when we had like every podcast member on doing us talking.
And then it went on for like 45 minutes.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe people would enjoy us just talking about nothing this episode.
No one's listening anymore.
That's it. Our fan base is gone. Not even Nightwing's advertisement can save this. You put it in the front of it. It won't even save it at this point.
The shark has been jumped.
It's a train wreck.
We can wrap this up now. Let's...
Really? Why not continue on it for another 30 minutes?
Because then I'll get bored. When you start having your own members get bored, it means it's time to stop.
Let's stop?
Well, what do we have do we have anything special in store for episode 7, which is the episode before our season finale?
How dare you reveal that to people? That's supposed to be a surprise episode 8 season finale. But yeah, anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, actually, no, it's not a surprise. But I think episode 8 might be a surprise of itself. I'm trying to see if I can get that going on right now.
Yeah, is that the episode where I end up killing you at the end, and then there's that cliffhanger?
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
Wait, the cliffhanger killing me. I'm trying to put that together. Oh, God, no.
And since this episode is about media and TV shows and all that, I'm going to advertise the TV show right now. Bones is returning this fall, and it is going to be their last season, 10th season.
Wow.
Of a really, really successful TV show.
Yeah, but I don't think we're allowed to advertise. You should bleep that out.
Oh, crap. Fox is going to take this video down. Way to go, Starkiller. Well... Looks like this is the end of the JAWA podcast for good.
We're bringing the ratings up. Come on.
What do you
Podcast
mean?
canceled.
Podcast canceled until further notice. We're not even sponsored. We're advertising.
They don't watch YouTube for this stuff anyways. Doesn't matter.
Well, at least people are not like Nintendo.
Yeah.
Not like Nintendo. What do you mean?
You're not allowed to upload anything of their games on there. They will take it down.
I do. I'm doing a Let's Play from Super Mario World.
I'm surprised it's not been taken down yet.
Their lawyers are going to come hunt you down.
Some of them that I watch, they just take out the music for some reason. They need the video, but they take the music out.
The door's going to open. You see a briefcase fly in front of you and open up with a notice saying you're being sued.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Katana.
When you upload them, YouTube does warn that you have third-party content down there, and
I know that.
You should remove the music, but as long as... Yeah, a lot of them, and actually if you do, if you add in the description, the rights do not belong to me, all copyrighted from Nintendo, YouTube doesn't do anything, because you're acknowledging them at least.
They can still do stuff. And they often do. Well,
I had a Let's Play video up there of my really first trial episode for like a year or so, and it was not unedited. It was unedited, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just depends.
Yeah, well, it depends on whatever mood YouTube is in.
Yeah, but bots. we can go on another 30 minutes about YouTube, but I don't think we should.
Episode 7, the JAWA podcast.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Episode 6.5.
If we see the light of day after the advertisement.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we wrap things up here?
Sounds good.
I think our fan base is already dead completely from this.
Yeah, probably.
We failed everybody.
Well,
I'm sorry.
You can edit some parts out.
What edit some parts out? This entire thing is going to be shown to everybody. There's no point in me editing any of this.
So we're gonna have an hour-long podcast episode.
And no, only around 35 minutes. I failed everybody with duration, but
Yeah.
hopefully you guys just listen to this in another tab and just don't, don't think of this as our official podcast episode. This is a day off type of podcast.
Well, your original idea was it's just talking about Robin Williams for 15
Yeah, but
minutes.
you know how hard that is to come up with exactly what to talk about without it being so depressing and sad.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have Pepsi here. He's the king of being serious.
He's the king of being depressing as well. Have you seen him play Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah, they've seen him play Cards Against Humanity.
You know,
Those
I
videos already
rewatched
have
those.
any views on it as it is. I don't think so.
There's one episode that says Starkiller self-destructs. I haven't found the spot where I self-destruct, so...
Well, you self-destruct because you died of laughter.
Oh, okay. Apparently I skipped that part when I was trying to find it.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, anyway, anyone, if you're still listening to this, you're a trooper. Thanks for tuning in.
This is why you don't have DL talking on here.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We will hopefully see you again next time.